Hey right guys, Treasure Hunters Joe here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 21 of Gilmore Girls Season 1, which is of course the finale to the first season. I watched episode 20 yesterday, so that was still is very fresh in my mind. I figured, you know what, might as well just finish off the first season and then have a week kind of mentally preparing, or getting ready for season 2. I like to take kind of week off shows in between seasons just to, let the season settle in and stuff, so I figured it's a good time to do that. And I've loved this show. I really have. I won't say it's on the level of how I felt with like One Tree Hill Season 1, for example, just yet. But what surprised me, I think, most of this show is how funny it is and how likeable the vibe of the show is, if that kind of makes sense. Like I said last episode, I don't think the storylines are really that interesting. I think they're the most, well, not the most, but some very generic, got romance here, got romance there. It is a teen drama, so that makes sense. But they're walking around the town talking about schoolwork. I don't know. But yeah, I think One Tree Hill definitely has the one up on, I'd say, the characters and the based only on season 1. This is on the characters and the storylines. Whereas I do think this is a more... I think when people say this is the show they put on during autumn and Christmas time because it's like a cozy feeling show, I understand that. I felt like it was around episode 10, 11 where I started to understand that, and I can see it. I can see why this is a show people put on to just have that cozy vibe about it. So that has the one up on One Tree Hill with that, and I'd say the humour. I think this is actually... I think some of the jokes were a little bit forced at times, like Lorelai can be a bit too much at times, and some of the other characters, but I think for the most part it really does work. And we'll do a tier list, of course, of the characters at the start of season 2, but as a short little tease, I will say some of these characters, I mean, if you've seen the reactions, they're one of some of my favourites I'm on doing reactions to at the moment. So yeah, really enjoyed season 1, and I'll give it a rating after this episode, of course, but I think I have an idea of what I'm going to give it. So episode 21, guys, if you enjoy, remember to leave a like. If you're new, remember to subscribe, and if you do want the early and uncut reactions to Gilmore Girls, then link to the Patreon page will be in the description, and one of the comments down below, where they will of course be around episode 10 of season 2 by the time this one's on YouTube. But for now, let's do this. Jesus.
Dear God Almighty, Mr.
Is that a serial killer?
Hey!
What?
You are not sleeping through this.
Through what?
The frickin' Blue Man Group is out
So you came to wake her up about it?
you up.
No, my insane mother, Margot Kidder Gilmore, woke me up.
Lorelai wakes her up way too many times. God. It's just like right there in her face, like, wake up.
You're fixing my portrayal at 6:30 in the morning.
It's the only time I could do it.
Why? Why?
It was broken. I noticed last time I was here, it could hurt somebody.
Luke,
So you came over at 6 in the morning.
Kitty, and keeps us from killing our crazy friends.
You're gonna wake the neighbors.
Oh, could you pound one more thing while you're out here? Your head.
Oh, it's the morning here as well, and Lorelai's actually more annoying than the hammer.
Anything.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, shoot. Rory,
You locked out?
you don't exist. Rory.
You shouldn't have closed the door.
Dad! Rory!
So clearly open.
Sugar, you're waking up the entire neighborhood.
Yeah, no shit. She's so annoying. God. Did you imagine
He was right
Luke?
here.
Yeah, I know.
Get her back to bed, doll.
He was banging on the...
I know.
It was something on the porch. It was broken.
I know.
I'm not crazy.
I know.
That was a pretty annoying intro, I'm not gonna lie. God.
Michelle, get that, please.
That's me after those first 5 minutes, mate.
Michelle, we've been over this. We all cover the phone. That includes
3 minutes.
you.
Hello?
Is this a bad time?
Oh,
For the
Max.
hotel industry, but not for you.
I've only got a second, but I wanted to say hi.
One. Haha.
And thank you for last night.
It was a good night,
A
wasn't
bit of
it?
Lorelai
Several
joke there.
novels will be written about it,
It's an achy feeling.
like withdrawal pains.
Totally distracted.
So you're horny again, Max. Max is always horny.
So...
Hang up.
No, you hang up.
Vicious circle.
Bye.
Bye.
You look happy.
Actually, hold up.
Oh, well... What's the opposite of ennui?
How is Suki more bearable this set than
Awkward.
Lorelai?
Hey, I'm scared.
She had one of those laughs.
When you said oil vat, that just reminded me. I had this dream last night. We were swimming in a pool, only it wasn't water. It was like oil or honey or
Is she
something.
got a handful of cornflakes and eating them with drinking it? What?
Our dream, and it reminds the other person about their dream, and suddenly it's all about their dream, and the first person is just standing there like, hey man, what about my dream?
Okay, I'm going to just say something here and we all need to listen. Dream conversations are not fun. Anyone who goes, I had a dream once. I've probably done that in a reaction, actually, so I'm going to eat my own words. But, oh my god, every time I'm with someone, I switch off. I'm like, oh, here we go. I'll do a video soon where I'll talk about all my wild dreams.
Hey, Jim Dunning was the Dick Tracy guy.
Oh, she found the box, I just realised. She found that pretty quick.
Bucks. Okay, I know I was supposed to throw it away, but I couldn't. I mean, you're young, and your head's all weird, and you don't have any perspective because of that
Your
whole
head's all
young,
weird.
weird-headed thing, so just please listen to me before you get mad. Commiserate about how they had a Gilmore girl and lost a Gilmore girl, and sorry.
That's why it's called Gilmore Girls, guys. Bet you didn't know that. She's gonna burn it all in her room. I mean, it's like 3 items. You probably could have just got rid of it, to be honest. It's not like, what? Okay, yeah, you could have kept the necklace. That's fine.
I'm going in.
She's going
Going
in.
in.
It's Thursday afternoon.
I know.
He works on Thursday afternoons.
I know.
We're talking you know who.
I know.
Oh my god!
Calm down.
Oh my god!
You're making a spectacle.
You're getting back together with Dean.
Whoa.
like that, I'm-
What makes you you'll get back with Dean because she's going into the shop?
And I've been feeling bad for the new Rory.
Well, she's staging a comeback.
It may be more successful than Peter Frampton's.
Wish me luck.
Luck.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, so it must have been very unsuccessful. Here we go. He's always at that aisle back there, so I'd check there first. Was there somewhere else?
Rory?
Oh,
Oh, he's stacking on 6. Over here, please.
Is there? Oh.
hi. I was just wondering, do you like working here?
What?
I mean, do you enjoy the whole box boy trade as a profession?
No.
No,
Okay,
that's fair.
good. So I'm just gonna cross that off my list. Thank you for your time.
He's so confused. Has he left town?
Have you ever seen him with another girl at school?
No.
Lane?
No.
You'd
No, I
tell
don't
me,
think we
right?
have.
Yes.
I don't think we've seen Dean with anyone ever. Does Dean exist?
He's miserable.
Fine.
Suicidal.
Good.
Wow.
In desperate need of haircut.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, I've been hearing that. Here he is again. We need to give this guy a name. Let's call him. I don't know.
You know what these are?
Go on.
They look like tickets.
To PJ Harvey.
Wow. You have good taste. I'll give you that.
You're into PJ Harvey, right?
Well, she just said you had good taste, so.
I don't think we should go to a concert together.
Reason.
It would seem like a date.
Well, it would seem like a date because it would be a date.
I can't date you, Tristan.
Well, I give you permission.
And on that humble note.
Yeah.
Oh, PJ Harvey tickets.
Really? Cool. Who are you going with?
PJ Harvey. You're not
Rory's
going
going
with
out
Rory.
with
She
you?
didn't say yes. That's literally made up, Lucas.
She liked him.
Neither did I.
Oh yeah, Paris has another reason to be pissed at her.
Flutter, flutter, quick, quick, flutter, flutter.
Also, I'm glad we didn't get much of Patty, the dance teacher. If she becomes a main character in season 2.
With an arrow, and now you're dead.
Wow,
Patty.
art at its finest. There you
Lorelai.
go.
Hey, Rachel. Hey, have you seen Luke around? Oh, he's probably at the diner. Nope, he was supposed to be at the diner.
He's doing your house up, Lorelai. You know he is.
Look, if you see him, could you tell him to just, I don't know, check in?
Yes, we'll do.
Thanks.
Thanks. Bye.
Oh, awkward. No, not again. Blaine. Yes. Blaine, the after years. Him and Kurt broke up then. Oh, Kurt. Kurt versus Blaine? Yes! Kurt let himself go a bit. It's me in 20 years. I bloody hope not, God. It's Luke, obviously.
Right there! Ow! Ow! What's so
You know he's here!
Come, sit down. You
So
have almost no free time with all your work at the diner. And lately, every spare moment has been spent not with Rachel.
That's not true.
Oh, she was looking for you today and she didn't know where you were.
I'm not hiding from her.
Ah, is that what's going on here?
Well, someone's sensitive about the accusation.
I think I'm hiding from her.
I think you are too.
It's just a little weird having her in my place.
I thought that's what you wanted.
It is.
Ah, the tides have turned. He's too interested in Lorelai.
I've just been living alone since
Vietnam.
forever. You know, I got used to putting the milk someplace in the fridge and finding it in the exact same spot. You know what I mean?
We don't even keep milk in the house.
You have milk in the fridge. I saw it earlier.
Not what I thought it would be like having Rachel back. You know, it's not the fantasy I was toting around all these years.
Well, Luke, life is not a fantasy. Maybe you have to lower
Reality
your
can often
expectation
be
bar a little
disappointing.
So you're saying the life is just settling for whatever comes along?
bit. Wow. You think having Rachel is settling?
No, I didn't mean
Yeah,
Rachel's
that's Rachel's.
And she's crazy about you. And if her
Actually,
worst
that seems
trait
alright,
is she's a
which
milk
is-
whore, you have it pretty good.
He wants Lorelai. That's the only thing stopping him.
What's your name?
Clara, you're a pretty girl, Clara. Thanks.
Now, was it has or had?
I don't know.
You do know, Clara. Had is past tense, has is present. Now think.
I'm trying.
Can you go to his room
Interrogation.
now?
That's. I thought that was a boy.
Sneak in. He'll never know. Oh, no.
Oh
Clara, don't cry.
God, here we
Oh,
go.
I
This.
didn't mean to make you cry. I'm a nice person. I'm a Girl Scout.
Clara?
Bye.
Good start. That could have maybe gone better.
She scared me.
Who?
The Girl Scout.
That was a fun time, wasn't it? What are you doing, Dean? Dressed like an absolute hobo.
Food, drink, reading material, chocolate-covered espresso
And
beans.
to Max.
Have a li-
What's worse, a character that's annoying, or like a character that's boring?
Rings, and the diamonds are actually candy, so you can eat it.
Max, that's very sweet, but we're not 8.
Are you sure, Lorelai? Because you.
Great, yours?
Red.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, here we go.
I confuse him until he loses his train of thought, and then he moves on. Hot dog?
All right, I'd like to open the meeting up for
Ah, she worked.
miscellaneous issues.
I have an issue.
Who are you?
Here we go. Who are you?
You've seen him, Taylor, with his guitar.
Here he is.
Guitar.
Yes, he plays on all the street corners.
He loiters.
On street corners.
We're two peas in a pod, Luke.
Scary thought, Taylor.
And I think I've done a pretty good job. And then he shows up. And there's no room for a second troubadour in Stars Hollow.
Clearly. This is hands.
These are not fries. They are Farfanugan Sugandugan.
You know everyone in this room's like, this fucking dickhead's running a mouth again.
I've got the town handbook right here.
There we
I
go.
don't get this, people.
Of
This
course
man
he does.
is practically a vagrant. I mean, where do you even live? What do you do for a living? Do you subscribe to this troubadour mystique?
I run a Kinko's in Groton.
Oh, you see, that
I don't know
proves
what that
it.
is.
He doesn't respect the code. You're not supposed to talk. You're not supposed to run a Kinko's.
They've made this guy an actual character now.
Is a money-making scheme. Why else would he be doing it?
Because sometimes you have something you need to say, but you can't because the words won't come out, or you get scared, or you feel stupid. Some of us will never be able to say what we're thinking or what we want other people to know that we're thinking,
Yeah.
so we'll never get the chance to make things right again, ever.
She actually has a very good point in that little speech.
So, give this guy a license.
Fuck yeah.
Well, I like that little speech.
That was a good little speech.
Town troubadour, and no other troubadour may
buzzing.
usurp his territory, meaning this other guy.
That's swords! Doesn't that just rebuttal what Rory said? Oh, Max, Mr. Possessive, am I right? Not really, but...
Thanks.
Oh, what now? She's not leaving, is she?
So go.
I'm not being funny,
Do you even
Loopy.
want to know why?
Here we go.
I don't think you do.
Is it because he made it obvious he didn't want you around?
Anywhere but here, girl.
I don't know, I'm
Restless,
kind of
You're
with
bored.
Rachel.
It is
yeah.
what it is.
That's not it.
Then what is it? Is there another guy?
No.
Then what?
It's another girl.
Oh, she knows about Lorelai.
Oh, Rachel, no. You don't mean... She and I are just friends. I told you that 1,000 times.
No. You told it to me once.
Oh, okay.
You've got it wrong here. It's not.
Broche is
She and I are.
attractive. Put a ring on it. Move on.
I'm gonna go.
Lorelai's not the one. It's Rachel.
I'll miss you.
Okay, well that's.
Stay in touch.
She is right. She has every right to move on. Bro, I kind of liked her. She was alright.
What? You know,
Just say
when we
it.
met at the beginning of the year, I didn't like you because I thought you were some rube from the sticks, and I have no patience for rubes.
Of course.
But then I discovered that you're not so dumb. What is all this about?
Oh, you're taking.
It's about using
Here we
people
go.
for your own sick ends. It's about making
Taking
enemies where you should have made
Tristan's
friends.
word.
How did I make you my enemy? Tell me what I did. Paris.
Oh my God,
Maybe go to
Paris.
PJ Harvey.
Is that what this is about? I'm not going to PJ Harvey.
Tristan says you are.
Well, then he lied.
I saw the tickets.
He bought the
So?
tickets on his own.
Look, I'm over Tristan, so don't back out on my
Oh,
account.
Paris is
There's
doing
nothing
my
to back
head
out
in.
of. And the support of the student editor.
I'm not worried.
Worry. I just got the job.
Great. Okay.
Congratulations.
Let's take Tristan's word over Rory's, because Tristan hasn't bullshitted 50 times.
Not landscaping sounds. Peachy. Too bad I already filled the slot for music coverage. You know, record reviewing and such. You'd have been perfect for it. I gave the job to Louise.
Oh my God. Just be like, Tristan, come here, bro. What? Tell him you bullshitted. Oh yeah, bullshit. Done. Oh, Paris is a
Have a
nuisance.
really good summer.
Yeah, bye. Whatever. I feel like they're just trying to find ways to make these two be enemies.
Annoyingly on time again.
Luke. Luke's gonna make the move at the end of the season. Here we go.
Rory and I couldn't lift it or we would have brought it to you, and then we got used to having it here. So we named it Bert, and
He's either
say
gonna kiss
goodnight,
her
Bert, and
or say
goodnight,
something.
girls, and we spent too much time home alone.
Or Max is gonna interrupt.
What?
Last night she left. For good.
That's night.
No, Luke, I'm so sorry. What happened?
It's hard to explain.
It's not really explaining it now.
Had her reasons.
Really? What?
Hello?
No!
Be late.
Oh, and then...
Go away, you pube!
I just left my toolbox from when I was here earlier fixing things. I do a lot of little things around here for Lorelai.
Yeah, you're very handy. So, Luke, we'll talk later.
Yes, we will.
Although probably not tonight. We won't be back until late.
Oh,
I
yeah.
meant not tonight.
Oh, I misunderstood.
I meant tomorrow. So tomorrow...
Yeah, you have to make that point, didn't you, Max?
So I'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Same time as always.
I'd count on a little later.
Doesn't matter what time it is. I'll always be around.
Jesus. He forgot the toolbox.
So are we going?
Yeah. Just want to make sure you two are finished swinging those things around. Someone's bound to lose an eye.
What are you talking about?
Oh, what do you mean? I wasn't doing anything.
And we were apart for quite a while. I never assumed you joined the convent.
Max.
I mean, it's not like I didn't date while we were apart.
Bro,
You dated?
You
little.
just are a fool.
I didn't exactly remain inactive.
So you did date Luke?
No, I did
What?
not date Luke.
What? You can tell me.
I did not date Luke.
There was a vibe.
There was no vibe. What is with the questioning? You won't tell me.
She hooked up with Christopher, that was it, wasn't it?
I slept with Rory's dad
Yeah.
Let's change the subject.
on my parents' balcony.
I want
That
to change
was-
the subject.
Okay, well, you started it.
Why do we do this? Why do we let it get weird between
What?
us just when it's getting good again?
I don't know.
I don't like
Jeez.
it.
I don't either.
And I'm sick of it.
Well, so am
We
I.
can't keep getting this close just to have something completely derail us again.
You started this, Max.
One thing I could think of that could solve it.
Break up. Well, I'm not interested in a murder-suicide kind of thing.
We should get married.
I'm sorry. What?
As to whether you're kidding or not?
I am not kidding.
No,
clue.
no, no, no,
Max, you did
no.
not just propose to me.
Yes, I did.
In her living room. That was awful. That was the worst proposal I've ever seen.
Just, it should be
Sure.
more than this.
You're right.
That was bad.
I am right.
He's a mess. Christopher proposed, now him.
So I'm a little tired of this game.
Oh, go away, Lucas.
Are we meeting there
Go
or
to
what?
Tree Hill.
Well, if the damage is done, you might as well go to PJ Harvey with me.
Never, never. I am never going anywhere with you, ever.
You know, these tickets cost me a fortune.
So?
Daddy a fortune. What are you doing?
You'll get them back when you agree to go with me.
Why are you that childish? Oh, he's a mess.
Dean?
Oh, what now?
What are you doing here?
I'm leaving.
leaving.
I feel like an idiot.
Why?
Because I come all the way out here and I see you with him. It's just great.
Yeah, because they were hooking up right in front of you, weren't they, Dean?
Rory?
But he took them. He wouldn't give them back. Please, just tell me why you're here.
I don't even know.
Every guy in this is so Mardy. Apart from Luke. Even though he's Mardy as well, though.
You have a Rory box?
And what was going on at the town meeting? All that stuff about writing a song.
I don't know what
Oh,
I was
Tristan
talking
just
about.
That had nothing to do
stopped
with
there.
me? Your boyfriend's waiting.
He's not my
your
boyfriend.
boyfriend's
I hate
waiting.
him.
Whatever.
Oh,
What?
God.
Stop.
Why?
Why? Make
Because
me.
I love you, you idiot.
Oh, for fuck bloody sake. She went pressured into that. What? Whatever. I don't care at all. Okay, that's the most rushed moment ever. Because I love you, you idiot. Oh, okay. Done.
Flowers we did not order.
I'm just doing my job.
Say that one more time and I'm going to punch your nose.
It must be a mistake.
There's no mistake.
I did not order these flowers. I am headman in charge of flowers.
I just do what I'm told.
I want you to stop saying that.
That's not what I was saying.
It's
before.
not him
It's
doing
a
another
little
proposal, is it?
punch on the nose.
No. 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 Max, no. Max is going to fly on in to propose.
Yellow daisies.
Here we go.
That's right, there's exactly 1,000 of them. Order states that there's to be exactly 1,000. Not 1,001, not
Wow.
999,
Oh my god, it
1,000.
keeps going. Oh
You
my
asked for
god.
1,000,
Oh my
I
god.
bring 1,000.
Jesus. That's so many. Max is going to pop his head out one of the bouquets. There's got to be more than 1,000 here, surely. That's way more than 1,000.
You were right last night. I shouldn't have proposed to you like that. I mean,
Are you proposing on the
it
phone?
was stupid. I didn't propose to you because we were fighting. I proposed because I love you.
Oh my god.
We're in a bad pattern, Lorelai. And if I don't follow the tenets of those lessons, I'm not the man I thought I was. The man I want to be.
God, you talk so good.
Yeah, sure. He's such a poet.
I love you, Lorelai Gilmore. And I know this to be true.
He knows it to be true. Great. So it's basically a proposal, though. No, it's the answer. Luke, you got to swoop in now, bro, like Shrek. You got to get this done and cut it out. No, it's not the same anymore, Blaine. You kick Kurt off the corner. Hey, or not. Do it! Yes!
What's going on?
Big things, big, potentially
Luke, make the
life-changing
move.
things.
Can't tell me what it is.
I really need to tell Rory first.
But you're happy about this news.
I might be.
No, you're not. You're not. You don't love Max. There's no way.
There she is. I'm gonna go.
You'll settle. If you say yes to Max, you are
The
settling.
whole town gets one today.
The whole town? You better start dishing them out then. There's loads of people in this room.
Bye.
Oh, Luke, man. And they're both happy about it, yeah. Oh, that was cool. There's one way of telling each other, I guess. Is that it? Okay. Yeah, sure. So the romances no one cared about are the romances we ended with. That's great. Yeah, this was a middle episode. This was a very weak finale. I feel like if you're into the Dean and Rory romance, then you're very happy, and if you're into the Max and Lorelai romance, you're probably very happy. And I feel like if I wasn't into those romances, but I felt like they were good stories, and I could see like, oh, okay, there's a threat there, there's a danger there, because there's been romances in shows I watched before that it's not the romance I want, but I like the romance still, if that makes sense, even though it's not the one that I'm rooting for, and it still makes for interesting storylines. Like, okay, for example, even though this kind of switched, but One Tree Hill, like with Brooke and Peyton and Lucas, it did switch throughout the show for sure, but like when I started the show, it was, oh, I want Lucas and Peyton. Then you realise how good Brooke kind of was, so then you're like, okay, now I kind of want Brooke, but then Peyton was kind of good. So it switched with that show, for example, and there's plenty of other romances and plenty of other shows that I can't be asked to pull from my brain at the moment. But this is just like Rory. I don't want to with Tristan, and I don't want to with Dean, because Tristan's a knob. He's done really nothing to redeem himself. And Dean's bland. He's so bland. He's boring. At least Peyton's really interesting and Brooke's really interesting. Like, you can see potential in both of those romances with One Tree Hill. Here, I'm like, no. And then Lorelai, it's like, it's way too early for Luke and Lorelai. So you're at that. It's like, okay, we can't really do Luke and Lorelai now because we've got plenty of seasons to go. Like, we need that build-up still for it, which I get. But then, like, the alternative is Max, who is as... not, I'd say even more boring than Dean, honestly. Max is so boring, dude. Christopher was more interesting. Like, I feel like with Christopher, if he had more time in the show, I could have seen that potentially being an actual threat of romance for Luke. Even though we know Luke and Laura is probably they're gonna be together at some point. I don't know if they'll end up together, but that's always kind of leaning towards. Christopher at least felt like an actual character, and he felt like him and Lorelai, you can see them two actually haven't been together in the past. Max is just like, okay, cool. I didn't even really like Christopher that much, and even he at the end, in the last 5-10 minutes of that episode he was in, was like, oh god. So yeah, this was very romance heavy with Lorelai and Rory, and I just don't care for either of those romances. They had a forced, battle thing with Paris and Rory, like this forced drama of now Paris needs to go into season 2 hating Rory again, when it could have very easily been explained. Paris just refuses to be like, oh, okay, yeah, Sam. It's like there just has to be an issue every 5 seconds. Like, we can't just have them get on, it's fine. And then bring in like a new bully or whatever for season 2. I don't know. So yeah, that was dry drama with Paris as well. What else was there? The best thing of the episode was probably Luke realising that he needs to say something to Lorelai and Rachel leaving. And then there was some funny bits with the town, like the town council bit they had. And I like Rory's little speech about the singing songs as well. That was kind of made sense. But yeah, this is kind of a disappointing finale, honestly. There wasn't really much to love. And honestly, Lorelai in the first 10 minutes of this episode was super annoying. Really annoying, just shouting. And I can't with those kind of characters. So yeah, 78%, I think that's way too high. Top comment, 5.2 out of 10. So here's something that may be a problem with Gilmore Girls for yours truly. I am far, far more invested in the familial relationship among the Gilmores than I am the romantic lives of Lorelai and Rory. Yes. And to the extent that I care about the romantic lives of Lorelai and Rory, the only relationship that moves the needle for me is between Luke and Lorelai. Yes. Don't get me wrong, I like Rory and Dean well enough. He's a sweet kid and they're cute together, but there's 7 seasons of this show and presumably they don't have 6 more years of teenage bliss. The I love you issue is a relatable one for 16-year-olds, and as rocky as the path to get there was, Gilmore Girls earns that moment where Rory must have... I don't think that moment was earned. This is a massive review, I'm sure it's a very good review, but that I love you bit was so forced. Because I love you, you idiot, and it's like, okay, yeah, I guess to be fair, seeing how Rory has been the last few episodes, like her being really down about it, has made her realise that. So I think it was earned. I just don't feel like the scene was done very well. Her saying she loves Dean, I think would have been fine. I actually don't mind that too much. But the scene just had no chemistry with it. I don't know. Tristan just stood there with the book and then Dean going straight in for the kiss and the music. It's just like, okay. Yeah. I'm feeling probably a 5 out of 10 for this episode as well. I probably actually agree with that. This is one of the weaker episodes of the season, and it was the last episode, which is really disappointing. Yeah, Ep 5 of season 1, Ep 11 of season 1, and Ep 21 here of season 1 are all the worst eps of the season. Really unfortunate. What stopped this from being the worst episode is Luke was pretty good. Some of the comedy was pretty good. Rory wasn't too bad. Lorelai wasn't even too bad either. It's just the Rory and it's their stories this episode. And honestly, Lorelai was damn right annoying for about 10 minutes of this episode. She has moments like that. I will say that about Lorelai. She does have little moments throughout. Not every episode, but I'd say like every 3 episodes or something where she just has like 10-15 minutes where she's kind of unbearable. But it is what it is. So yeah, I'll go 5 out of 10 for the episode. And as for season 1 as a whole, it's an 87% on track, which is very high. I'm not going to go that high. There were like say some episodes in this I genuinely loved. I think standout episodes. We've talked about the episodes that were probably the worst. I think standouts was episode 6, Rory's birthday party, episode 8, and then episode 9. 9 and 10 back to back with the two where I started to fall in love with the show a bit more. So Rory's dance and then the one where Richard was in the hospital. I thought they were pretty good. Then we had some okay episodes. Then episode 14 was really good. Then Christopher returned. Then episode 16 where Dean said to Rory that he loved her. Then we had the breakup episode, which was pretty good. Then we had Emily just being an icon for a load of episodes. So yeah, from episode 16 onwards, we had an 8, 8, 8, 9, 8, and then we've ended on a 5, which is unfortunate. But yeah, we had a lot of really great episodes, and I'd say about 3 incredible episodes in there. So there were a lot of 6s though. Like Ep 1 was a 6, Ep 3 was a 6, Ep 4 was a 6. Ep 12 was a 6. I think that's it. And then we had the 3 5s that I mentioned, and then there was about 3 7s in there. So it's kind of a show where it did have like quite a few episodes that were very uninteresting, and it did take a while for me to really get into it. I was always into the show, like I was never like, oh god, I don't know about this, but it did take a few episodes, and then even then there were bits in the middle. I feel like you had like the start, middle, and end of the mediocre episodes. They were placed like they weren't all at the start or all in the middle or all at the end. They were placed periodically throughout the season, which is I guess maybe how you'd prefer it. I guess you don't want a batch of like 6 bad episodes in a row. I guess you'd rather they be a bit more spaced out. But again, this is always the problem with shows that are like 22 episodes long. It's just you inevitably get those kind of episodes. And like I say, the storylines and the romances weren't the best part of this show, but I'll give it I think 7.2. I think 7.2 out of 10 for season 1. Definitely not 6. Because I think Luke, the romance between Luke and Lorelai, the relationship between Lorelai and Rory, and then Emily and Richard, and the comedy of the town. I think there was enough there to stop it being as low down as like a high 6 or something, but I don't think it was as strong with the storylines, and like I say, some of the episodes in there stops it from being as high as like a 7.8 or an 8 out of 10 for me. So it really did start to pick up I'd say after the 10 episodes, the first 10 episodes, and I hope we can kind of continue that momentum in season 2. I see if it continues as it is, season 2 could potentially be at an 8. But I need a bit more. I need a bit more of that the good stuff that Gilmore Girls does well. So yeah, 7.2 out of 10 for season 1. Thanks for watching there, guys. I've really enjoyed this show. I'll be more than happy with these shows. I do say like I'll take it season by season and see how I feel. But I decided pretty early on into this season that I was definitely going to do season 2. And if that's good as well, we'll just continue doing the show. I don't see any issue with. And I think you guys, I hope, are enjoying the reactions as well. So yeah, we'll do like a Q&A at the start of episode 1 and the character tier list at the start of episode 1. So that's the reason I'm not talking too much about the ins and outs of the characters here. Just do keep that in mind. So I'll see you next time for season 2, episode 1. Patreon will be down below if you want 10 episodes ahead. Until then, take care. Peace.